Hi guys, so today I'm gonna do like a little bit of a fitnessy vlog. I'm just gonna take you through my day. It's not gonna be like a what I eat in a day, it's just gonna be a fitnessy themed vlog. I'm gonna put my workout for the day in here. Today's Wednesday, so it's my busiest day for check-ins as well. So I'll show you a bit of that. I need to repack my gym bag. Oh, there he is. Hi Dan. Dan's actually got on his new Alphalete items that I bought him in the birthday sale. He's got on the Identity shorts and the black socks. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Oh, I'm also going to see my mum and dad today. So my mum and dad might be in the vlog. Probably not my mum, but maybe my dad, because my dad loves the camera. He loves the camera. Fudge will also be in this video. I actually got him a present, which you're going to see later. I won't tell you what it is, but let's just say he's got a new throne. I'll explain a bit more about this later, but basically I'm just bored of my training at the moment, so I'm just doing random shit before I write myself a new program. Welcome to a little fitness vlog. I've also got my mics for the gym now, so we're gonna be mic'd up in the gym today. But yeah, I'm gonna make some breakfast now, so. So I have now got my green juice and I've been doing check-ins, as you will have just seen. I've pretty much been doing check-ins since I last saw you. Just wanted to talk about like check-in setup, working setup and all that sort of stuff for any coaches or aspiring coaches. So I'm not saying you need this specific setup, because you definitely don't. If you're just starting out, you're fine with just a laptop or whatever you've got. But if you want to like maximize, I would say, productivity, this has really helped me. This isn't the ideal setup. As you've probably seen from that clip, my posture is absolute dog shit, how I'm sitting. I normally do sit on the sofa, but I just don't feel productive when I sit on the sofa, and also it's quite hard for me to do two screens on the sofa, so I do find myself ending up sitting up here, but these chairs are like, the height of everything is just off, so I'm literally like this. That's probably why I've got really bad like knots and pain in like my traps and neck and back, so I wouldn't recommend that. But in terms of screen setup, I'm gonna talk you through it. This is not my ideal setup screen wise either. Ideally I really want a monitor, but in our apartment at the moment it's just not really feasible. Like the monitor would have to go here, and this is basically the kitchen. The sink is there, I'm always washing up, there's water. It's just not, I don't want £1,000 worth of equipment. She says we've found, doesn't make much sense, but like plugged in permanently, I don't want that near the sink. So the bedroom as well, there isn't really space for us to put a desk in there. So whilst I'm here, I don't have my dream work setup, but this is still really good. So I use my MacBook. I've actually got a new MacBook now. I don't know if I've mentioned it on here, but I've got a 16-inch one. Christian recommended this to me. You definitely don't need specifically what I've got if just for coaching. The reason I've got what I've got is for video editing as well. For context, my most recent Alphalete haul was like 3 hours long, and it only took half an hour, 45 minutes to export from Final Cut Pro. My old laptop would have probably taken a day to export a file that big, and especially now I'm shooting in 4K, the files are a lot bigger. I need something a bit more heavy duty, so that's why I've got a new laptop. Shout out to Christian for recommending it to me, because it is actually the perfect, whoa, this lighting is so bright, the perfect laptop for me for video editing. But yeah, you just need a normal laptop. You don't even need a MacBook for coaching. So on here, when I'm doing check-ins, I will pull up WhatsApp, which is where I do communication and like the verbal side of check-ins with my clients. I've asked them if they want me to be a Loom girly, and none of them want that. I don't know why. I assumed when I offered people the choice they would go with Loom, but I think it's just easier for them to go through the check-in when I send it via WhatsApp. So that's how we do things with my coaching. If you want a coach who uses Loom, I'm probably not going to be the coach for you. WhatsApp split screen half, the other half will be the True Coach app, which is the app I use for coaching. Not a sponsor, not an ad, but they do have referral links now, so I'm going to leave mine below. I'm not gatekeeping. I've always said True Coach is the app I use for coaching. I've been coached on True Coach and I am a coach on True Coach, and I like it both sides. It's not perfect, it does have glitches sometimes, but overall it's a pretty good app, and it also looks good, which I do think is important. It's user friendly as well, so I've got the verbal check-in on one side, so I can go through and see how they're feeling, how their week's been, training, nutrition. Then I've got the physical side, so on the True Coach app I've got the progress pictures for that week, weight, measurements, whatever it is that we're using as their metrics. I've got that next to it to see how we're getting on, see if we need to make changes. And then on my iPad Pro, this is my second screen. This is definitely much cheaper than a monitor. It's a smaller setup, and I would recommend, if you can afford to do so, having two screens really helps with productivity. Like, it just really does help. So if you can have two screens when you're doing check-ins as a coach, I would actually really recommend it. So I have my iPad Pro, which I will pull up Google Sheets on. Every single client has their own individual Google Sheets, which has a nutrition tracker. Monday to Sunday, they will write their calories and macros, and then it averages out at the end of the week. So I can see how their week has gone. If they are tracking, some of my clients don't track, and for them, they just don't use that tracker. And then they have like a lifestyle tracker, which tracks workouts, quality of workouts, fatigue, recovery, energy, what else, mental well-being, sleep hours, sleep quality, and that's really good. So, you know, if someone's saying that they don't feel like their workouts were that good this week, I can then go and look at that, and if I see, you know, they've had like 4 hours sleep and the quality was like a 1, the math is mathing and it makes sense. So yeah, that's my check-in setup. I'm gonna finish off my check-ins now, and then the next time I see you, we're gonna pack my gym bag together and pick a gym fit, and we're gonna go and do a leg day. But yeah, this green juice is fucking delicious. Okay, so I've just got ready for the gym. I did actually put on my long sleeve Stratus chai crop, which is new, with my chai bikers, but I feel really bloated, and I am not in the business of like essentially torturing myself by forcing myself to wear skin tight clothing all over my body, especially when I'm trying to train when I feel bloated. So I've put my oversized mocha tee on instead. Still got my chai shorts on, but it's just comfier, and when I'm feeling bloated, I'm all for like embracing the bloated bod, but also I'm not gonna be bullied into torturing myself with uncomfortable clothes when, I mean, they're not uncomfortable normally, but like uncomfortable clothes when I'm feeling bloated, do you know what I mean? I just want to focus on my training, not thinking about, oh, I'm so bloated. When I've got a big t-shirt on, I just don't notice it. But I've got my little gym bag here, so I thought I may as well show you what's in my gym bag. It's a bit of a mess because I use this as my gym bag, but also like when I'm going back and forth between places, this is my bag. So for example, today I'm going to see my mum and dad, so I've got a mixture of stuff in there, so don't judge, but I'll just run you through like the gym related things. So I've got my gym bag here. So we've got these new ankle cuffs. These are from a company called Upper Gear. They did send me these, but it wasn't like an obligation to include it in a video or anything like that. They literally just said, see how you like it, because they've just started doing international shipping. I always used to see Amanda, one of the Alphalete girls, Amanda Beck, using their stuff, and I always think that actually looks really nice because a lot of lifting equipment is ugly, no offense, but a lot of it is just not very aesthetically appealing. Whereas the upper stuff is like really cute. So yeah, I've replaced my Amazon ankle cuff with this one, and it's really padded and actually, to be honest, really nice. I've got one of their long bands. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a massive fan of this pattern, but this is like a lighter resistance. so it's perfect for like upper body warm-ups. I've got my long band there. In here I've got some Ghost vegan protein because I'm going to my mum and dad's after and they're making me tea, but I don't know what we're having and I don't know if it's going to be protein rich. So yeah, I've just packed a little bit of Ghost vegan protein and then I will top it up with water. Pro tip, if you are gonna take a protein shake and like pre-make it, I'd recommend you do this rather than mixing it, because it can go really weird and like thicken up and stuff as it sits in your bag. It's just not a good idea. So definitely recommend. Love the vegan Ghost protein. It is more expensive, but to be honest, all the vegan proteins that I like have gotten very expensive recently. So Ghost actually isn't that far off anymore. And for the sake of like, they do generally, other than Protein Works, they definitely have some of the best vegan protein on the market. Like they're dropping a Cinnabon flavour today, which I'm definitely going to be buying. So I have started using Ghost. So that is that. I've got hairbrush, obviously, bobbles, spare claw clips. I've got body moisturiser. This is so good. Just be very, very careful if you're using it in the changing rooms because it is a mist. Yeah, you don't want anyone to be breaking their neck and it be your fault. So do be careful if you are going to use this in the changing rooms, but I love this. It just makes your legs look amazing. Absolutely stunning. Then I've got my barbell pad. This is just an Alpha Elite Gym one. So good. Deodorant, all that sort of stuff. I've got some perfume samples. So if I want to top up a fragrance. Upper lifting straps as well. I've got the grey ones, the baby pink ones I also love, but I've just got the grey ones in my bag at the moment. Cleanser, SPF 50, moisturiser for my face, body wash for if I want to shower. My little friend. I bought this from Tesco the other day because it was in the reduced section and I just felt bad because it was just sitting there and I thought, you're so cute. So that's going to go with my other little fairy friends that I've got in my car. I am a child at heart still. Spare claw clips, I don't know if I mentioned. I will also be packing my tripod because I'm going to be filming in the gym today, and then don't mind the washing up, but I will also be packing, in fact, let's just unplug it from charging. I'm also going to be packing my Rode mic equipment because I'm going to try and use my mic today. We'll see if I use it or not. I'm going to be following one of your guys' workouts. Okay, so I'm following a workout, kind of like a mishmash from your guys' workout suggestions that you gave me. So a lot of people say barbell back squats, but they're not. I'm just not enjoying doing them at the moment. So I'm going to use a pendulum squat, doing 40 kg. So I'm just going to warm up. I've gone up to 70. Got Rihanna on. Ever since the Super Bowl, she is literally all I've listened to. Okay, so someone has told me to do 6 calf bridges into 6 hip thrusts into 6 pulses. To me, pulses are the same as calf bridges, but I'm gonna give it a go. So I've only gone with 120 and I'm gonna see how I get on. God, that was way harder than I thought it'd be. I think I have 4 sets of this. It's fucking evil. I'm gonna have to drop down to 100 and do that properly. So I just tried to do step-ups because so many people were asking me to do step-ups on the Smith machine, but I literally can't do it. Like, we almost had a broken chicken neck moment, so I've switched to Bulgarians. But yeah, I just couldn't do it. Set number 2, I've literally got 5 on each side because this is savage. You can actually rest between legs when you're doing single leg stuff, and also when I do my other leg, you're welcome, because no one ever posts that angle because it's not as flattering. But yeah, if you ever film your own sessions and you think, why don't I look like people on Instagram, it's mainly angles. So my ass is about to go from fat to flat. Next, someone's put in glute medius kickbacks, which I feel like people have asked me to do, so I can talk about form, because people get a bit confused between these cable abductions and kickbacks. Basically with, I'm getting my educational hat on, basically with, this strap I'm not used to. Okay, I'm going to try that. With kickbacks, you come in straight back behind you, abductions straight out to the side. Glute medius kickbacks, it's like diagonal, so you've got kickbacks that way, abductions that way, and it's like that way. Another thing people will ask me about is, do you need to cross your leg over? You don't need to cross your leg over, you're actually limiting yourself, because you want to take a couple of steps back from this cable so that you've got enough room for your leg to come in front of you, so you're getting a good stretch on your glute medius fibres. You don't need to cross your leg over. You can do it if you want, but you don't have to do it. There's no need to cross your leg over when you're doing these. You equally don't need to bend over. You want to stay as upright as possible and just focus on kicking back. You don't need to be bending over. Torso doesn't need to be parallel with the floor. I used to think it did, but it doesn't. So, yeah. The thing is, if you need to, you can stand on a plate so that you're not bending your leg as you're going forward, but you don't have to do that. I hope you can actually hear me. Okay, so final thing is meant to be rounded back extensions. However, the rounded, you can do rounded back extension on this, but this is more of like a glute ham raise. It's broken. I did actually ask, I don't know his name. Anyway, I asked, he's called Joe. I asked someone who works at the gym if he could alter it for me, but it's actually just broken, so I can't use that. So I'm doing this instead. This is the last thing that was programmed for me. I can't work out whether you guys are savage at writing workouts or this is my fault because I've mishmashed workouts together, but yeah, I'm using this instead. It's not my favourite for glutes. I definitely feel like this is better for hamstrings, even with all the cues of like flaring your feet out slightly, slight bending your knees, rounding your back. I still feel like I feel this way more in my hamstrings, but yeah, if you are ever scared of using one of these, because I used to be, I've only just learned how to use it. Basically, these pads here, not these ones, this is where your hips are going to go, but these pads here just behind, when you're setting it up, you want your knees, when your knees are on these pads, you want to be able to touch your feet on the pad behind you. And the adjustment is normally at the bottom. You pull the pin out and you move it backwards or forwards. So yeah. I always feel like I'm literally going to fall off. Oh God. Done. Is it just me, or is like any version of a song slowed down or sped up way better than the original? Because I don't know what crack they put in the sped up, slowed down versions, but 9 times out of 10, it's better than the original. I'll tell you that for free. Leg session is done. That was fucking awful. That was awful. Also, like, just to touch on volume, like I said, I feel like I've said this enough times, that workout is not on my programme, it's not part of what I normally do, but I'm bored of my sessions at the moment. So I said on Instagram last week, plan me a leg workout and I'll film it next week for a vlog. So that's why we've done that, because for me, when I'm bored of training, I just need to have fun with it, and that was fun. That was a lot of fun. It was good to try doing something different. The step up obviously didn't work out. I don't know what happened, but like, I didn't put the camera on to do it because I thought, let me actually just try and work this out before I put the camera on and get all flustered. Oh my God, I put the safety bars up right high so that I wouldn't be like, you know, snapping my neck or anything like that. And then I put my leg up on the bench, tried to go up, and I just couldn't. And then when I came back down, I couldn't push back up again. So I was like, do you know what? For health and safety purposes, I'm going to give this a miss. So that's why I did Bulgarians instead. But to be fair, a lot of people specified do Bulgarians on a Smith machine. I used to do Bulgarians on a Smith machine, and now I remember why I stopped. Fucking killed. However, I'm done now. So yeah, that was definitely like a glutes focus session. I did say leg day, but I feel like that was very glutes. The one thing that I wanted to just touch on before I drive back, I'm going to get stuck in all the rush hour traffic now. But it's fine, because I'm going to explain to you about pre-workout. I just thought I'd have a little chat about this. So this is the pre-workout I'm using at the moment. Not an ad, not sponsored, none of that. Wasn't sent to me for free, paid with my own money. So it's the P-Science High Volume. I've also got the Prolific. So pre-workouts, I'm just going to chat briefly about them and kind of give you like a rundown of what you'd need for pre-workout. If you are brand new to the gym, you do not need a pre-workout, okay? The only pre-workout you need is maybe a Rice Krispie bar or some cereal, some fast releasing carbs, and maybe a coffee, if you like coffee. But you don't need to be spending money on like these itchy, non-itchy, stimulant, nootropic pre-workouts if you're brand new to the gym. You just need to focus on getting to the gym. You don't need to be spending your money on this. Don't let anyone make you feel like you do. Now, if you do want a pre-workout, what you're going to want is going to depend on a multitude of things. If you're caffeine sensitive, you're going to want stim free or caffeine free at least. If you train at night time, you're probably going to want stim free, caffeine free, so you can actually sleep like a baby. Otherwise, you're going to be climbing up the walls. No one wants that. And if you have a partner, they probably don't want that either. So those two things to consider. Looking at things like caffeine in that sense, and then you've obviously got people will always talk about itchies from pre-workout. If you do want an itchy pre-workout, I personally like the tingles. This doesn't have tingles, but I do like tingles. I definitely recommend, I think it's called Cremated Smurf. I don't know what brand it is, but that's if you want tingles, that tingles. If you like tingles, then you're going to be looking for something that's got beta alanine in it. If you don't like tingles, you want to find something that doesn't have that in, because if it has it in, also look up the dosage and stuff. Examine.com is a really good website for finding out the recommended doses of things, so you can kind of dissect ingredients labels themselves. Anything supplement wise, I would really recommend checking out examine.com. It's completely unbiased, and it really actually gives you the tea on what these different, not even just what different supplements do, what different ingredients do. So yeah, you'd want to avoid beta alanine if you don't like the itches. Then you've got focus, so you've got like nootropic ones. I'm just going to be completely honest, I'm a big fan of saying I don't know when I don't know. I don't know much about them. I don't know what ingredients to look out for, so I'll have a look and see what I can find out, and hopefully I can maybe do a more in-depth supplements video. What else? And then you've got things like pump, so like things like L-citrulline, I don't know how you say it, and I'll put on the screen the other ones that you're going to be looking for if you want a good pump. It's a pump product and it's stim free. I do have Prolific. The difference with Prolific is similar thing, but that's got a lot of caffeine in it. The recommended dosage for caffeine a day is 400 milligrams. So my like coffee pods that I use, I think it says anywhere between 90 to 200 depending on the pod. And that pre-workout, I think if you do the recommended dosing, it's 160 milligrams. So to be honest, I don't really use it that often because I'd rather get my caffeine in with coffee. So I go stim free and I just take a pump product. I don't take this every time I train. I just take it when I'm feeling a little bit funky and like I want to take something. But you don't need to take pre-workout. When you are taking pre-workout, take it from me, because I used to do it, do not dry scoop it. You need to mix it with water. It's really, really bad for you in general, but it's also really, 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 really bad for your teeth, so don't do that. But yeah, I will also always get asked about creatine pre-workout. Creatine is a whole different kettle of fish. I can talk about that maybe in another video, because that is the only supplement I take every single day without fail. You don't need to take that pre-workout. It's not a pre-workout. It's something you have to take every single day consistently for it to build up for you to actually see the results from it. So yeah, creatine is not a pre-workout. Another thing I get asked about a lot at the moment is Oxy Shred. I feel like it's gone viral. It's just a pre-workout, guys. I know it says it's got the thermogenic fat burning stuff, but like the results you're going to be seeing from that are negligible. It should just be marketed as a pre-workout, in my opinion. I've not tried it, so I don't know if it's good. I've looked at the ingredients. It looks like it might be good if you want a non-itchy pre-workout, but other than that, I've not tried it. It probably tastes nice. I have heard good things about the flavours and stuff, but don't buy it in the hopes of like some magical fat burning process happening from you taking it. I suppose the way around it is, as it is a pre-workout, it's probably going to give you a bit more energy for your session, and therefore you might work harder, so you might burn more calories when you're in the gym. But like this whole thermogenic fat burning thing, I'm not really convinced by it. I think if you're trying to lose weight, you've probably got bigger fish to fry than using something that's actually pretty expensive that's going to have such a negligible impact. You'd be better off looking at like your expenditure, your calories, the quality of your food, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to stop nattering, drink my oh my god, the Ghost protein, has it come out yet? 6 PM, so I need to get home so I can buy it, because I want that not pre-workout protein. Hello, little fudge.
Letter, he told fans his wife,
Fudgy boy.
got told she had a tumour with no route to treatment until after the birth. Around the same time, Sharon was at the centre of a copyright trial.
Fudge! Look! Oh. Look, you've got a new chair!
He turned to songwriting, scrapping more than 100 tracks.
New chair!
And starting again.
Yes, you're gonna sit in it. You're gonna get in your chair. You love your present. I knew you would. Yes. Yes, you're gonna sit in it. Fudge. Look. Look. There's a snack in there. You're going in. No. Yes. Yes. He's in. Ooh, new seat. Ooh. Oh, he's out. Just leaving my mum and dad's now. As you'll have seen, I've just literally been with Fudge. And my mum and my dad had some food, which was like a mix of spaghetti bolognese and chilli. Weirdly, it worked. If there's one thing that Garth is going to do, he's going to give you different. He's going to give you variation. But it's going to work, because I'm telling you, that man is like a chef. It just works. Fudge did eventually go in his seat, which I will have put a clip in to show you. So he does like it. Oh, as I left, I just realised he has pissed on his blanket, which he's not meant to do. So I left at the right time. You get the Ghost Cinnabon vegan protein. If anyone needs a code to use to get Ghost discount, I'm sure you all already know this, but I always use Christian's code. It's CG, and it gives you money off. So yeah, I've ordered that, so I should be getting that at some point, not within this vlog, because this is just a vlog of a day. I've also picked up my Skims swim parcel. I want to do an ASMR unboxing for Instagram for like a little story, but I don't want to do that tonight because the lighting's obviously gone and it just won't look as good. So I'll pop in a clip here of the new Skims stuff so you can see the Skims stuff that I ordered. But yeah, I'm going to drive back now and make tea for me and Dan because he's back from Manchester. And I didn't end up having any lunch. Well, my lunch was basically what I had with my mum and dad at 5 PM. So, and I need to still finish off some check-in work, but yeah, I'm gonna drive back to Leeds now. Let's turn the car on. Oh, it didn't do the noise. Oh, that's never a good noise. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna run you guys through my Skims haul as promised really quick. This is just a bit of Skims swim, although I have actually ordered some of the new boyfriend pieces. And I've ordered a couple of Skims pieces recently, so if you guys want a full haul and review, or just like an updated Skims review, like in depth of like different collections, what I think is worth it, what I would maybe give a miss, and let me know. But the swimwear is so good. I bought it last year, and this, like, obviously I know that some people would think swimwear is swimwear, but as someone who has like a keen interest in swimwear, not all swimwear is the same. And you'll know if you've bought a lot of bikinis and swimwear before and stuff, sometimes swim material can be very flimsy and it just sort of sits on you. The Skims stuff is like very spandexy almost, so it's very tight fitting, I will say that. But like the triangle bikini tops actually give you like a good lift, and they feel really secure, which I really like. So I got the cutout swimsuit in a size small. I would say these run a little bit small, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm between an extra small and a small normally in Skims and most things, but there's no way I'd get this on in an extra small. I could probably fit a medium in this for context. So I would definitely recommend, if you are between sizes, definitely going with the size up. I wouldn't really size down in Skim Swim anyway. I tend to be a size small or an extra small in some of like the bottoms, because they sometimes run a bit weird, like a bit big. But yeah, I got the cutout swimsuit. This is long torso friendly. I was really worried that it wouldn't be, but I've got a really long stomach, guys, and this looks so good. It's so flattering. So I got it in like the gunmetal grey colour, and I also got it in the brown. This brown is so good. I've got like pretty much every piece of like the basic swim in this colour, and this grey is also really flattering. I then got some of the new styles. I got this mesh long sarong. This is an extra small. This is a little bit snug on my waist, but again, I am literally right at the end of my bulk, so I've started putting body fat on there now, so this will be fine when I have cut down a little bit. The mesh is like stretchy, it's not stiff, it's very soft. This is like the nicest mesh I've ever felt. I wasn't expecting it to feel like this, but it's really nice, so flattering when it's on. So yeah, I got that as like a little long sarong to go with this, or I've also got the bikini in this colour, and then I got this mesh brown maxi dress. This is probably, next to the cutouts, this is my favourite thing from my order, and one of my favourite of their swim pieces now. It's got this like raw hem cut out down the leg, so it's got a nice slit. I am 5'6" for reference, and this is pretty full length on me. Not dragging on the floor, but like it's a good length. Sometimes being my height, even though I'm not super tall, I can find with maxi dresses they're not the right length, and they make my ankles look like they're afraid of the dark, which is not a vibe, but this does not do that. Really like it. Obviously it's mesh, so it's sheer, but again, stretchy material, and I got this in an extra small, and that fits absolutely perfectly. You can stay true to size with this. If you want more of a loose fit, you can go with a size up. If you want more of a tight, really tight body comfort, you can definitely size down. It's super stretchy. But yeah, that is my little Skims haul. This cutout thing is so flattering when it's on. 10/10 recommend. If you're only going to get like 2 things from the new bits, I'd say to get out the cutout swimsuit and the mesh long dress. Just got back and put some tea on. Dan's back from Manchester. Hi Dan. Hi. Nice to meet you. Whilst I'm waiting for dinner to cook, I'm just going to take my creatine. Like I said earlier when I was talking about pre-workout, it's the pretty much, yeah, I mean it is the only supplement I will take.
Yes! I told you. I told you it was on
It is the only supplement that I take every single day without fail. Protein powder, I only take it if I'm low on protein. Obviously I was today, so I took it. Pre-workout, I'll take it as and when I want it, but I don't take it all the time. But creatine, I take it every day. Only thing to be aware of if you are going to take creatine is it won't agree with everyone, so I'm not saying it's perfect for everyone, but it is one of the most researched supplements, as I'm sure you've all heard. But the main thing with creatine is if you are going to take it, you need to up your water intake. I think the last time I checked, the guidelines was to up it by about, you'd add an extra like 500 mils of water a day. I'm going to double check that and fact check it. But yeah, they were the recommendations last time I checked. I look dishevelled and I really need to shower, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't showered or changed since the gym, which is kind of disgusting. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this vlog here. So let me know if you enjoyed it, if you want more like fitnessy vlogs, day in the lives, if you want more vlog content in general, just let me know what you want to see. I do apologise, I think I've not posted since my last Alpha Elite haul, but that haul was like a movie. Yeah, it was 3 hours, it was a lot of editing, and I've kind of had a lot of coaching stuff to focus on. Since then, sale was a bit wild, but I'm gonna say I'm not making excuses, but I am making excuses. But I am still trying to post once a week at least. But I'd rather put out videos I want to put out and videos I actually like than just things for the sake of it. Me and Dad are probably going to eat our dinner, watch Arsenal. Yeah?
It's good.
Saka.
Boy Saka.
We like soccer. I'm not a football girly, but I love soccer. I'm getting derailed. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the video, but we're just gonna chill. I need to shower, because like I said, I've not showered since the gym. Yeah. Also let me know what you think about the mic'd up workouts, because it's the first time I'm posting it on YouTube, and to be honest I don't see that many people posting them on YouTube. It's definitely more of an Instagram and TikTok thing. I've posted some on Instagram, people have enjoyed them, but I don't know how it works for YouTube. So let me know, and I can continue to look wild and as if I'm talking to myself if you like it. If not, I probably won't. Dan, any final notes? Say goodbye to the vlog.
A way of life.
Bye fans. Keep the fire Saka safe.
Cruise vodka.
It's a national gem.
Get distilled down to reach the
Football.
top.